I'm about to show you something that cost one man his entire retirement savings. He did everything right. He watched the videos. He ran the numbers. He picked what every retirement channel told him was the safest city in Asia. And 18 months later, he was on a plane home with nothing. I'm going to tell you exactly what went wrong. And I'm going to show you the one city in Asia where that story is actually impossible. Because I live there, I walk these streets every day, and I've done the math myself. Stay with me for the next 5 minutes. Because what I'm about to say is going to contradict almost everything you've heard about retiring in Asia. I'm a foreigner living in the Philippines. I've been here long enough to see expats arrive full of hope, burn through their savings, and disappear. And I've also seen people build genuinely good lives here, comfortable, social, financially stable lives, on a social security check that wouldn't cover a studio apartment back home. The difference between those two groups is not luck. It's not even money. It's information. Specifically, it's 3 pieces of information that the retirement YouTube algorithm almost never gives you at the same time. I call them the 3 filters. And today, every city goes through all 3. No exceptions. No hype. No beach footage designed to make you feel something before you think. Let's go. Filter 1, warmth. January temperature must clear 10 degrees Celsius. If a city gets cold and gray in winter, you haven't retired. You just moved your problem somewhere new. Filter 2, the $1,600 test. Can you live on a standard U.S. Social Security check? Not survive, not scrape by. Actually live with dignity, a social life, and a financial buffer for emergencies? Filter 3, visa stability. A real legal long-stay path must exist. Not a 90-day tourist visa you renew at the border every 3 months. A permanent, protected, legal right to stay. Here's why filter 3 matters more than people think. Everything you build abroad, your apartment, your routine, your community, your sense of safety, it sits on top of your visa. If that visa disappears, everything disappears with it. That's what happened to the man I mentioned at the start. He built a beautiful life in a country with no retirement visa. And when the government changed the rules, he had no legal protection, no recourse, nothing. I'll tell you which city did that to him in a moment. First, let me run through the ones you need to cross off your list right now. Thailand, the most recommended, the most dangerous trap on this list. Not because Thailand is bad, because a retirement visa requires 800,000 Thai baht, around $22,000, permanently parked in a Thai bank account, renewed every year. No $22,000? You're on a 90-day tourist visa. You leave every 3 months. At 65, that is not a retirement. That is a countdown clock. Fails filter 3. Skip it. Bali, Indonesia. No retirement visa exists. 2 months maximum, 1 extension, then you leave. And if someone sold you a property through a local nominee arrangement, that deal has 0 legal protection in any Indonesian court. People have lost entire savings this way. Fails filter 3. Skip it. Malaysia. This one hurts because KL is genuinely excellent. English everywhere, world-class hospitals, warm year-round, modern infrastructure. For years, their MM2H visa was the gold standard. Then in 2024, they restructured it entirely. The cheapest new tier now requires $150,000 in a fixed deposit, plus a mandatory property purchase of another $130,000. That is $280,000 minimum to qualify. Door closed. Skip it. Tokyo, Osaka. The only cities on this entire list to fail all 3 filters. Cold winters. Expensive. No retirement visa. Japan has never created one. Beautiful country. Irrelevant for this conversation. Vietnam, Da Nang. The math is actually excellent here. You can live well under $1,100 a month. The problem is filter 3. No retirement visa exists. Your running visa runs indefinitely. And one policy decision from Hanoi can erase everything you built overnight with no legal protection whatsoever. I know someone who spent 4 years building a life in Da Nang. Furniture, friendships, routine, community. Then Vietnam tightened its tourist visa rules. He was out in 30 days. Don't build your retirement on a tourist visa. That's the lesson. Da Nang, beautiful maybe, not an answer. Cambodia, Phnom Penh. This is the most underrated city nobody is talking about. And I mean that. US dollars everywhere, no currency risk, a real retirement visa, the ER visa, costs around $300 a year if you're 55 or older with proof of pension. Monthly budget, $700 to $900. On $1,600 SS, you have $700 of breathing room every single month. The reason it's not the winner is one word: politics. One party state. No independent judiciary. If U.S.-Cambodia relations shift, expat protections can vanish faster than anywhere else on this list, and you'd have limited legal recourse. Possible, but go with a backup plan and your eyes fully open. Now, the city that passes every single test, and the one that makes the story I told you at the start actually impossible. Davao City, Philippines. I'm walking through it right now. And I want to be specific about why this city, not Manila, not Cebu, but this city. Filter 1, warmth. Year-round 27 degrees Celsius. Deep tropical. It does not get cold here. Strong pass. Filter 2, the $1,600 test. A one-bedroom apartment in a gated subdivision. $250 to $400 a month. A full restaurant meal. $3 to $5. Everything included. Rent, food, transport, utilities, internet, a social life, $900 to $1,100 a month. On $1,600 Social Security, you have a $500 buffer every single month. That is $6,000 a year you are banking from your SS check alone. Filter 3, visa stability. And this is where the Philippines does something no other country on this list can match. The SRRV, the Special Resident Retirees Visa, age 50 or older, qualifying pension of $800 a month or more, your $1,600 SS check qualifies, one-time refundable bank deposit of $15,000. And here's the word I need you to hear: refundable. You get it back when you leave. It is not a fee. It is not a tax. It is a deposit. What you get in return: permanent residency equivalent, indefinite legal right to stay, no visa runs, number 90-day clocks, no annual renewals, no policy change that can erase your life overnight. With that $500 monthly buffer, you save a deposit back in 2.5 years from your SS check alone, or liquidate one small asset and arrive already qualified. Now here is the advantage no other city on this list can give you, and I want you to really hear this. English is an official language of the Philippines, not a second language people happen to speak. An official language. You talk to your doctor in English. You sign your lease in English. You argue with your landlord in English. You make friends in English. From day one, the isolation that quietly destroys retirement abroad, the loneliness, the confusion, the feeling of being permanently lost in someone else's country, that is dramatically reduced here in a way it simply is not in Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, or Japan. And Davao specifically, ranked the safest large city in the Philippines for over a decade. Cebu has been bid up by expat demand. Manila is chaos. Davao is where the math and the lifestyle actually meet. Let me bring this back to where we started. The man who lost his retirement, he built his life in Bali on a nominee property arrangement with no legal protection and a tourist visa with no legal standing. When the rules changed, he had nothing to stand on. That story is impossible with the SRRV because you are legally here, permanently, protectedly, on paper that a court will recognize. 8 cities, 3 filters. Thailand, visa fails. Skip it. Bali, visa and property trap. Skip it. Malaysia, door closed. Skip it. Japan, fails everything. Skip it. Da Nang, beautiful but legally fragile. Maybe. Phnom Penh, extraordinary math, political risk. Maybe with backup. Davao City, Philippines, warmth, budget, strongest retirement visa in Asia. This works. If you're seriously planning retirement abroad, and you've been going back and forth on this for months, stop going back and forth. Run your numbers against these 3 filters. Be honest about filter 3. And if you have questions about the SRRV specifically, drop them below. I'll answer everyone. See you in the next one.